Doctor, shot or Manjaro? Well, that line has probably been what I hear most at the clinic lately. This one shot and slim craze has swept almost the whole world. But behind this weight loss frenzy lies what the medical field widely sees as one of the toughest challenges, which is muscle loss. But now, the big drug companies have noticed this problem. Pharma giant Eli Lilly, the maker of Mounjaro, actually spent nearly $1.9 billion to buy a drug once written off as a failure by scientists, all just to keep ruling the fat loss, muscle gain market. What's going on here? Dr. Ting Tang Zheng Di. Today, let's explain deadly muscle loss risk once and for all and show you the business strategy behind this deal. Before we begin, please check if you've subscribed yet. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers by June. We just need you. Please hit the subscribe button. You ready? Now, let's use science as the key to unlock a long, healthy life. We all know GLP-1 incretin-based weight loss medications have basically swept the world. From Elon Musk to Hollywood stars, everyone's talking about them. We've already covered those weight loss shots before, many times on our show. From how they work to the business side of weight loss, we've covered quite a lot. Whether this is your first time here or you've been with us for a while, you can just click here to catch up on it. Simply put, GLP-1 drugs basically trick your brain. They strongly suppress brain signals and create the illusion that you're full and can't eat another bite. Meanwhile, they blunt your stomach, so it empties more slowly. When these two effects combine, you take in far fewer calories, creating a calorie deficit, and slim down. That sounds like a slacker's dream, right? But I'm going to tell you something scary. NEJM clinical data on two major weight loss drugs from Step 1 and Surmount 1 both show that of the weight you lose with weight loss shots, nearly 25% to 40% can actually be muscle and other lean tissue. In other words, I'm going to tell you something scary. For every kilogram you lose, at least a quarter of it comes at the cost of your precious muscles. For physicians who study aging and longevity medicine, this is a huge warning sign, because muscle isn't just for looking toned in clothes. It's actually your body's largest. It's an endocrine organ and your health asset. So when you exercise or contract your muscles, they release hundreds of chemical signals. We call them myokines. They directly communicate with your brain, fat, liver, and even your blood vessels, letting different systems talk to each other. They regulate inflammation and energy metabolism throughout your body. So when you lose muscles, it means you've lost the command center that keeps your whole body in balance. Well, you know, our genes have evolved over millions of years. They're simply hardwired for survival. When you use meds to make yourself eat only this much a day, your body's built-in energy alarm system, AMPK, will start blaring. It says, "Oh no, the boss is in a famine. Full power save mode now." Once that energy saving switch flips on, your body will forcibly shut down the master regulator of muscle growth, mTORC1. After all, to your body, muscle is an extremely energy-hungry tissue. Even if you're lying on the couch, scrolling on your phone like a slob, it still burns a lot of energy every day. So when you use a weight loss shot to slim down, your body won't just stop building new muscles. It'll also break down the muscles you already have and burn them as fuel to keep you alive. And once you start losing muscles, your basal metabolic rate crashes too. It's like taking your Ferrari engine, switching to a 50 cubic centimeter scooter. So once you stop the medication, the so-called yo-yo effect kicks in. You rapidly regain weight. Worse yet, what you gain back is all fat. So when the ratio of your muscles to fat gets severely imbalanced, you enter a state, in medical terms, sarcopenic obesity. This gets even riskier once you enter older adulthood. Because of what lies behind it are three major deadly risks. First, your blood sugar storage shuts down. Our muscles handle about 80% of the body's blood sugar metabolism. So when your muscle mass drops, the sugar that you take in has nowhere to go. Blood sugar starts running wild in your bloodstream, pushing you straight toward type 2 diabetes. Second, your immune system runs out of ammo. When you get seriously ill, are three major deadly risks. Your body spontaneously pulls protein from your muscles to make immune cells. If you have no muscle, your immune system goes into battle with no ammo. The death rate in severe illness shoots straight up. Third is the collapse of your body's support structure. Once you lose muscle protection, the risk of joint degeneration and fractures rises sharply. At this stage, many older adults can end up bedridden after a minor fall. The key is whether you have enough muscles to protect yourself. And once you reach middle age, your muscles start going hard of hearing. Speaking in medical terms, this is called anabolic resistance. That means even if you get the same nutrition and exercise as when you were young, your muscles still don't respond. That inability to hear growth signals greatly reduces muscle building efficiency and makes it very easy to fall into the vicious cycle of sarcopenia. So never simply accept muscle loss as just a minor thing. This is no longer just about looking good in clothes. It's a truly life-threatening health crisis. Faced with the problem of muscle loss, our scientists weren't about to give up. They did develop a drug that could really help build up muscle. And in fact, as early as 30 years ago, they were already laying the groundwork. Let's start in 1997. That was when scientists discovered a protein, which in medical terms is called myostatin. It's like the brake on your muscle factory. Once your muscles reach a certain size, myostatin sends cells a signal. Hey, stop growing. In nature, there's a famous example, the Belgian blue cattle. Because of a natural genetic mutation, this kind of cattle lacks myostatin, so they're already heavily muscled at birth, as strong as Arnold Schwarzenegger. Then, using that insight, the Swiss drug company Novartis developed a monoclonal antibody in 2013 called bimagrumab. It directly targets the spot, receiving the braking signal on the cell surface. We simply call it the ACT3 receptor. So the brake we just mentioned, myostatin, is shut off. So that means our muscles could grow like crazy, right? At the time, Novartis planned to use this drug to treat a very tough, rare disease, IBM. Patients with this condition have muscles like sand in an hourglass, constantly slipping away. Eventually, even standing or swallowing becomes difficult. Yet Novartis really stood by this drug, pouring in money and enrolling over 1,000 patients to test it themselves. It went all the way to late phase 2. But when the 2016 clinical data came out, it dealt Novartis a brutal blow. The trial had failed. Do you think the trial failed because of little effects or severe side effects? No. This drug really could help you build muscles. Unfortunately, it built muscle, but not strength. Our clinical trial found that, although the patient's muscle mass increased, their strength and walking speed didn't improve at all. And faced with this dead end, Novartis was heartbroken and just shelved it. But what science never lacks is genius. A group of scientists at the startup Versanis Bio was in the middle of reviewing the old data when they noticed a very intriguing side effect. Those patients who had received bimagrumab injections didn't get stronger, but their body fat dropped significantly. That made them realize that blocking the ACTR2 receptor couldn't save neurodegenerative patients, but it could activate muscle growth and fat burning simultaneously. So looking at this abandoned flop, they had a bold idea. What if we gave this drug to people with normal muscles and nerves who were simply obese? All that excess fat in this kind of people would become the perfect fuel for building muscles. So they did. In 2021, Phase 2 data published in JAMA Network Open sent powerful shockwaves through the entire weight loss world. They recruited obese patients with diabetes. After 48 weeks of bimagrumab use, with absolutely no diet or exercise required, their body fat dropped by a striking 20.5%, while lean muscle mass actually rose by 3.6% to 4.5%. That finding shocked everyone. Even Eli Lilly was no exception. You know, the maker of the weight loss blockbuster Mounjaro. But they also thought fast. They quickly realized, wait, this drug might just be the final piece to dominate the market. So in 2023, Eli Lilly flexed its financial muscle and spent about $1.9 billion to acquire the company developing bimagrumab, the startup Versanis. bringing it into the fold. But the timing behind this acquisition and the strategy behind it are quite telling. This year, in March 2026, Nature Medicine published a highly exciting BELIEVE trial. In this study, we found that when we pair the drug bimagrumab with Novo Nordisk's famous weight loss shot, semaglutide, and use them together, it lets obese patients lose weight, of which 90% to 93% turns out to be all fat. More surprisingly, the muscle loss issue in subjects on this combination led to only about 2.6% lean mass loss. I mean, this muscle and other non-fat tissues. By contrast, if you only take the weight loss shot without this new drug, the loss was 7.9%. That means this dual combo really can help you burn fat precisely while preserving muscles. By all scientific logic, when a trial does this well, a drug maker should rush to expand it, right? But since Eli Lilly acquired this technology in 2023, its moves have been highly strategic. First, Eli Lilly suddenly halted a combo trial for diabetes patients, namely bimagrumab plus the GLP-1 trial. It didn't say why, but in this industry, that usually means resources are being reassigned. What's more, Eli Lilly had no intention of boosting Novo Nordisk. No matter how good the data looked, it still didn't plan to advance bimagrumab with a rival drug any further. Instead, it did something even smarter, to go all in on its in-house star combo, namely pairing bimagrumab with Eli Lilly's own Zepbound. Instead of using a rival's drug to prove how strong this new drug is, why not lock this valuable muscle-building tech to its own patented drug? Is that right? At the same time, bimagrumab was originally given by IV infusion. Eli Lilly is now going all in on turning the infusion-only form into a subcutaneous injection. So in the future, whether it's the combination of Mounjaro and a muscle-building shot, or taking on biotech's hardest challenge, by putting both into one injection pen, the goal is for you to easily give yourself a shot every single week for both losing fat and gaining muscle at once. Preliminary data from this landmark combo trial, for now, are expected in April 2026. And by early 2027, the full study will be completed. If you're interested in this kind of topic, let us know in the comments. We'll keep tracking and discussing the latest findings. Though these weight loss innovations may seem strong, every tool has its own trade-offs. Strengths and side effects are like two sides of the same coin. So while chasing the latest tech, don't forget, a qualified doctor is your best ally. Follow your doctor's guidance. Don't turn weight loss into a blind gamble. Choose wisely and slim down safely. Then we'll win this battle against fat and live healthier, fitter lives. Lastly, I want to ask you, if in the future this muscle-building and fat-losing drug hits the market, would you want to try it? Want to know more about medical updates? Be sure to keep watching our show. Subscribe to our channel. Become a member. Join Team Health. Let's stay healthy together.